So it's the weekend of a Challenge Cup semi-final. It's obviously very exciting for all of us here at the Giants. For yourself, you've been there before. What is it like in the build-up to one of these events?
Yeah, not too much changes for the players. You try and keep everything pretty normal, if you like, the same. Obviously there's always a little bit more hype because it is a semi-final and it's a kind of a neutral venue, a big occasion. Obviously everyone knows what's kind of at the end of the rainbow, if you like, if you're successful. So obviously some people get nervous, some people handle it differently. It's different people in different situations, whether they've faced them experiences before or whether they've not, and then it's just kind of players sharing their little bits of kind of knowledge, like we've seen today. Hugo talking with Chris Hill and Chris Hill giving him little bits of advice of how to handle such an occasion and things like that.
On that, actually, with 21-man squad came out yesterday. Obviously Chris Hill wasn't a part of that. It was always people were edging whether or not he'd be in the squad or not. He's not made it. Is he upset about that? Obviously.
Oh, he's just not ready yet. He knows that as well. He's just not ready. It's not. His due date to come back was Hull FC, so it would have been really early for him. And the one thing with Chris Hill, he's not a 22-year-old kid, so if he comes in and gets injured again, then that's obviously not ideal for Chris and kind of his career going forward, whereas a 22, 23-year-old can kind of bounce back from something like that. So yeah, we've had to be really clever and really work in unison, if you like, with Chris Hill to make a decision of where he is at this moment in time.
Obviously, after the result last weekend, you mentioned in the presser afterwards about having to make some tough choices around the team. Have you had to do that in this week following up?
Oh, yeah, there's always tough choices, mate. You look at kind of everybody's kind of career and what they play and train the game for is to play in major games, and this is a major game. There's only 2 trophies you can win in the competition. One's the Challenge Cup, one's the Grand Final. So everyone understands the importance of it and they all want to be part of them big occasions. It's what you train and what you play the game for. So there's always tough decisions to be had and tough conversations, but that's part and parcel of life. You can't be everyone's mate, unfortunately, when you're picking a team.
And on that as well, have the players responded in a way this week as to what you've asked of them? Yeah,
they've been great. The response in the first training session after the Wigan game was really good. It's a real good kind of core group who kind of understand each other and are getting to know each other a little bit better now and are trying to hold each other more accountable every day, which is getting better and it's growing. So hopefully that bodes well for the week that we've just had here going into the game against Warrington.
And finally on Warrington, what are you expecting from them? We've seen how good they can be this season in the Challenge Cup semi-final. What are we expecting to see from them?
Yeah, I think the big focus has got to be more about us rather than worrying about what Warrington's done. We've not played Warrington in the league yet. They've not played teams like Wigan yet, so they've played some big games and won some big games. So what we want to do is just focus on us and make sure that we put our best performance out there, and I'm sure that'll be good enough.